to the daily market outlook. We are about to check the charts and see what the market is offering us today. To start off with the DXY, what we can see is that on the weekly time frame, we are at this daily, on the daily charts, what we can see is that we've taken out this low and we are respecting this. We've seen price move to the upside. We've seen it what build liquidity at a high. We've seen the sell off. We could see a buy to the upside once again. So bullish on the DXY, looking for longs to this high, meaning for EURUSD, GBPUSD, and AUDUSD, I'll be looking for shorts. So on XAUUSD, starting with the weekly time frame, what I can see is that what we have this low where we mitigated price action and it's what's causing price to move to the upside, hopefully to these highs at this point. Hopefully to this highs. So that's my high time frame direction for gold. And gold jumping up to the 4 hour, what we can see is that what we have mitigated the zone, caused price to move to the upside. I've taken out this high, mitigated this, you understand? So with this, I would like to see an inducement, then we can look for what the long setup back to the highs. So with this, I believe we should see it drop these lows. But gold being very very bullish, we could see what otherwise. I think we need to what monitor price action before we get into anything. Currently, we can see that what we are building what liquidity at this lows, we are moving to the highs. It could possibly move all the way to these highs and we see the continuation. But with that price action, we have to be vigilant. We have to see it what build, induce, then we can what find our entry back to the highs for gold. So that will be today's setup. But I think this low going what is the best chance. It's the best thing to see. Let me say it like that. For EURUSD, starting with the weekly time frame, like I said, I'll be bearish for what these pairs: EURUSD, GBPUSD, and AUDUSD. So EURUSD with the weekly time frame, you can see that what we mitigated this price action. We've seen this break of structure mitigation, which went to induce buys at this point, and we've seen this what buyers get trapped. Right now, we are mitigated with this low, and that's what push price to the upside. We can see that what we have this high of as our targets, where we could possibly get what two scenarios: either price takes this high out and we see a sell-off, or we will see what a continuation from here back to the highs. So jumping to the 4 hour time frame, what we can see is that from that high, from that low which has caused price to what move to the upside, we can see that what we are taking this high out, we are what having this very very bullish and very very weird price action. I said we would like to see this high go, and with the DXY's bearishness, we could see some possible move to the downside, but it's not favorable. Maybe we could see what price come all the way to this low, trap these buyers, and maybe we can see it will move back to the highs. So maybe something like this, or we can have a bigger sell. Right now, EURUSD is not given any clear direction, but over the higher time frame, we like to see it what move to this high. So whatever it will do is building for what this high. For GBPUSD, starting with the weekly time frame, what we can see is that we are respecting this liquidity to our left. We've seen it what's called the sell-off mitigating to the zone, induced buyers. We've seen the sell-off, trap these buyers, trap this early sellers, and we want to see a move to the downside once again. So when we move to the 4 hour time frame, we can see after taking out this low and trapping this early sellers, we've seen what this move to the downside, causing this break of structure. We've seen price what move to the highs. You see that mitigated this and what moved high and left this bias intact. So right now these buyers, I want to see them what get trapped, and then I'll see what price action is what's going to give us. Maybe we are going to what continue with the shorts, or the longs would happen. For price action around this side, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know what we could see what this logo. So that would be our daily target for today. For AUDUSD, starting with the weekly time frame, what you can see is that what we've taken out this high, we are respecting this. We've seen the sell off to this lows at this point, and it's causing what price to move to the upside. When we move to the daily time frame, what we can see is that AUDUSD, after respecting the slow and moving to the highs, we've been seeing what price buy some buy to the highs. We've left this bias, or let me say, we've left this lows intact, which price could visit. And like I said, the DXY is bearish, EURUSD is somewhat bearish, GBPUSD is also bearish. So let's see, maybe we could see the sells to this low happen. You can see that what we've seen a break of structure at this point. We want to see what an inducement of bias, hopefully. Then we can see what a continuation shorts back to our lows or target for AUDUSD. So that'll be all for today's daily market outlook. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.